It's unfortunate that when we feel stuck, we can roll ourselves over 'cause we're uncomfortable. Oh, where the devil makes us sit, but we like it when we're spinning in his grin.
Salam, shalom, all praises to the horizon, peace and wisdom. Wise Solid speaking. Subscribe to the channel. Thumb me. Visit the website wiseservant.org or upscaleknowledge.org. Or you can Google the name Upscale Knowledge. Check out the magazines, hoodies, t-shirts, and services. Now I want to do this deep video this evening on spirituality and self-consciousness. If you guys have any questions before I start, y'all can ask. Peace and Wisdom, Louis World, College of Staten Island. Now, before I begin, I want to say this as I give you guys a chance to ask questions if y'all have. Peace and Wisdom, Xavier 66. Hopefully you received that tracking information. Now, finding love is the goal in life. This is just jewels. Some of you guys think the goal in life is this thing, that thing. Who knows? The goal in life is finding love. Now, I don't mean falling in love, because a lot of you guys are going to get that confused. The goal in life is finding love. I'm not saying you falling in love. You can fall in love with crack. You can fall in love with an abusive person. I'm speaking of being found by love, and becoming it. I'm not sure if that's clear, but I suppose, whichever one of you guys can grasp that in depth. So then you'll be on the right path in life to finding self, wealth, happiness, all these things. Starts there. Understanding the goal. Now, in today's times, you have those who seek attention. I guess in any times of life, you have those that seek attention. Those who seek attention never pay attention to themselves on a spiritual level, on an inner level. Neglectors of self. Many of y'all fall into that bracket. And so, a new year is coming. Of course, new year. It's whenever you decide. You get my point? When you're dealing with a revolving thing, so there's no start or end. But we're in Babylon, so New Year starts in January. Many of you think New Year's is spring. Life starts in the abyss, the darkness, like when you're sleeping. It's unconsciousness. Then you awaken. New Year's would start whenever winter is. This is your darkness, your period of bareness or barrenness. Everything that unconsciousness is, but this is the beginnings always. Even if you're speaking ancient texts. It always starts with the primordial, the beginnings, the darkness. And so try and grasp. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, y'all can ask. Now, when you're dealing with this generation in today's times, this is for all the knowledge seekers out there. Salam, shalom, Mike Hard. He said, wouldn't New Year's be your birthday? A revolution of a year? I'm not sure why what you just said makes more sense to you than what I just said, but I'll say it again. When you're dealing with revolving things, there's no beginning and end. You go to your birthday. Okay. You know your birthday because you're in Babylon and they keep track of months in the way they do. But if you didn't live in Babylon, how would you know what day you were born? All you'd have to go by is the sky, the constellations, understanding how that system works. When you're dealing with that system and using the eye, it's not about repeating days. So the best thing you could do is remember your month. But you're not life, so you get it? Your life, let me say that right. Your life, the celebration of a thing got to do with the whole. So if New Year's was your birthday and New Year's was my birthday, then isn't that what you guys have birthdays for? Meaning, don't you already celebrate New Year's in that way for your own self? You call it a birthday? I was just asking. Now, we talking about greater than the self, meaning if one can humble down and get beyond themselves, why is it not on my birthday? Because it's not. You're not that important. You're just the self. But, you know, terms of community are a whole. Pieces to a whole. So, we're all within one thing, so to say. And so, you have the seasons. It would go according to the whole. You get it? When I following your seasons, that's something different. I'll come back and teach you guys that. Out of mindset said concerning tones, what is the speaking tone instead of speaking word? I'm not sure why y'all make sense to yourselves. I'm not sure why the things y'all ask are even important to y'all. A word is in reference to a writing. Stay with me. Sound is in reference to sounds coming out of your mouth. The tone of the sound. My voice may have a different tone than your voice. In regards to word, what are you talking about? You get my point? I don't know who y'all watch and where y'all even get these things from, but they make absolutely no sense. I'm not even sure how y'all don't see that on your own merit, but I don't even understand. I'm just gonna be real with you. Sounds, tones, words. I suppose these is all the same. I don't know what you're talking about. But like I said, you guys follow a lot of different things. The mind becomes scrambled. Y'all don't understand the things y'all hear. Y'all regurgitate it. You get my point? Scramble the mind more. Now, let's get into some deep knowledge. When you're dealing with this generation, spirituality self-consciousness is a fashion trend. Say that again. Spirituality and self-consciousness, when dealing with the new generation and the teachers of the new generation, it's a fashion trend. It's not something that have to do with self and within. A lot of you guys are lost, lie-filled. It's the reason why you lost. And so I'm going to give you an example of how lost y'all are. Now we're speaking about spirituality, individuality, self-consciousness. This is what self-consciousness would be. Being aware of self. Knowing self. Now y'all explain to me this. You conscious. You a comedic follower. You got your red, black, and your green on. You got your crystals on your neck. You got your dreadlocks. You got the look down pat. Meaning you got the fashion trend of spirituality and consciousness down pat. But you forgot one thing. Spirituality has to do with individuality and finding self. How do you find self? By finding a group for you to look like and pretend with. That's how lost y'all are. Y'all don't even make sense in y'all ways. And so, that's how lie works. It's like blindness for truth. You can't even see self. And so those in the daytimes that you hear all high and mighty on spirituality are the most lost that you're going to find. Spirituality don't have to do with the look. Spirituality have to do with self. A stripping down. That part. Spirituality ain't getting dreadlocks and going natural, but spirituality would be more like shaving the head off. No material. I'm not trying. Eyebrows, hair. This is all character. Get it? Materialism is going to draw people in. It don't have nothing to do with the self. It got to do with the outer. The impressing of the outer. If I tell y'all cut y'all hair, y'all won't, because y'all concerned with impressing the outer. Now you having no hair, so it is nothing more. This is burden free. Bald headed, no one to impress, burden free. You don't have to wash your hair. It don't have to tickle the back of your neck, the side of your cheek, anything. It burden free. Get up and go. But y'all are attached to y'all material self in impressing others. What is the complete opposite of finding self in spirituality. And so again, in the daytime, spirituality is a fashion trend. Y'all are becoming more lost. It's deep. In the daytimes, if you think you becoming conscious and finding yourself, you're not. You gave yourself to the world. Most of y'all are not good enough for yourself. And so that's what these groups and things is for. These false senses of consciousness and you finding self. They're for that. For those who've given up on themselves. And so, become aware and conscious of that. Because that's the first steps of you breaking free from basically being someone's stepping mat. And this is only your fault because you decided to give up on yourself. Look at it as a relationship. You was with that nigga. And you decide to let your career and everything go to waste because you wanted to be with that nigga. And you gave away your own worth. And so, it start there, with you realizing that. Then from there, you get my point? Get self back on track. A lot of y'all have lost yourselves. Y'all lost yourselves to these many different groups and weird things. I'm not telling you you can't be a part of things, but to be a part of things before the self finds the self is to not ever find the self. You get my point? Before y'all find yourselves, if you 2021, this is for you. You don't even know yourself. You running around claiming this agenda, that agenda, taking yourself farther and farther away from yourself. What does that have to do with yourself? And so before you find yourself, you be aware of others that's looking to find you, because they gonna make you an extension of themselves. You get it? You're going to be an extension of their voice, an extension of their brain. You're going to be their arms and feet, and probably will recoup whatever hardships they got coming their way. But you get my point? Find self. Once you find self, I suppose you'll blend with what is complementing to this new blossom, this new beauty of self that's blossoming out, let's say. Oh, salam, shalom, Desma Morel. She said, it's my birthday. Can I get a shout out? Peace and wisdom. Happy birthday. Desra Morel. It's her birthday. I think that's a her. If you was one of my lawyers, you would have got something. I would have clicked your cash app, but I'm not familiar with you. Salam, shalom. Peace and wisdom. Ahavel. Everybody else. Christy, didn't I tell you to contact me? Why are you playing games? Now let's get to this deep. Like I said, when you're dealing with this new generation, spirituality, finding self, self-consciousness, this is a fashion trend. Something y'all parade around and use as a means to seek attention. And so, the point I'm making is be aware of the exploiters of things, because this is the beginnings of getting lost. This is the beginnings of things becoming watered down and altered. Meaning many of you guys have religions that y'all follow and y'all say, man, the text's been altered. And so look at self. Y'all borrow and steal and mimic everything that's not self. And so grasp that don't got nothing to do with spirituality and finding self. That got to do with, you get my point? The complete opposite. Justifying, defending, and pretending that you don't mimic other people has nothing to do with spirituality. It got to do with the opposite. And so spirituality, finding self, this is a gift. This is a gift for self. So a lot of y'all are becoming lost into the life. It's becoming your burden. It's becoming the scrambleness of the mind. Silence is like unconscious sleep. When y'all fall into unconscious sleep, y'all become refreshed, renewed. Silence is that. When I say silence, it's not a matter of you speaking, but hearing. Y'all hear too much. This comes into the self and replays over and over. Y'all watch arguments. Y'all hear arguments. Y'all engage in arguments. Then the arguing carries over in the mind space. Y'all begin to argue with self or replay yourself in arguments, and then you become entangled. You get my point? In a state, you become drunk off sound. Like I said, sound is air. Within sound, you have the molecular or the atomic levels of life. And these things are going to bond together. You know, the building blocks of life within, manifesting out as substance within your head. Listen to music, that sound, which is air, has the atomic levels of life within it. It's going to bind together, becoming molecule, which is substance. And so this is how y'all get drunk off sounds. It doesn't have to just be music. It can be arguing anything. This is why if you hang out with a certain crowd, let's say you well spoken. I know I'm versatile with it. Well spoken, I can go the other route. But let's say you well spoken. If you hang in the ghettos or you hang around those that speak however they choose, you get my point? You'll adopt it. But it's not an adopting. It's not a you mimicking. It's you're drunk off sound. Like, you get it? Those words is more than words. It's like living waters. Or it will manifest into that. And so understanding the mind space and all these different things is important. But more than that, being aware of self as a consciousness, as a mind, as an individual is the most important. Because y'all get lost in the groups and merging, and y'all lose yourselves in that. Meaning y'all get so caught up in merging and being a part and being seen by the world that y'all lose yourselves. Once that happens, it's hard to find yourself. If you lose your keys, is it just simple to find it? If you lose anything, is it just simple to find it? Meaning if you lost something, that means you don't know where it's at. Once something lost, it's lost. It's usually not even a matter of finding again. It becomes a matter of replacing. And so, you don't want to lose yourself. Like, most people lose themselves so long ago. They replace themselves so many times because they've lost themselves so many times. Here y'all are, tangled. Many different things, live field, all kind of things. But if you're young, be mindful of these things. When you indulging into spirituality and self-awareness, consciousness, it's a stripping down. Spirituality can't be built on top of what you already are. It's like one day y'all wake up and y'all change and then y'all pump spirituality and consciousness, but there was no space. There was no stripping down. Whatever you was one day, then the next day you just applied this new way. You get my point? There was no voided space. There was no stripping down. There was no finding self. You get it? The process that it takes when you're going through, your spiritual or self-awakening. John the Baptist said, swear. Shalom, shalom. Please, y'all, get it together. It's not the special ed. It's not the special ed section of YouTube school. Shalom, shalom. Now, like I said, you can't find self on top of what you already are. You get my point? You have to strip what is down to nothingness. Therefore, you can find, self. And let that blossom out. And so this unique thing will be yours. This will be you. But like I said, most people, they decide that they want to. Most people in today's time treat spirituality as a fashion trend. But those that want to walk down the path of it in truth, there's no stripping away usually. Y'all just get into the flow of whatever spirituality is supposed to be. From the perspective of what's the look of it, what's the act of it, but not the finding self of it. Most don't even know what finding self is. And finding self is stripping self down of all the influence that has created self. Meaning finding self ain't a matter of you finding a thing. It's a matter of you becoming aware that you everything you ain't. You all influenced since birth. It's the finding that and the removing all of that. kind of like stripping self down butt naked to where you ain't nothing. And so this is the self. Fresh seed. What is a seed? You don't fucking know till you plant it. Like that. But you gotta find self first. Am I clear? I know y'all lost in a lot of hocus pocus talk. Y'all lost in a lot of solace knowledge watered down. All these borrowers. It's the times. Everybody wants to be wise. Everybody wants to be Big Who said. But there's only one. And so they can't do this. This is what I do. And so spirituality is a deep thing. It's the only way y'all gonna get to a real wise level where the mind space is clear and you know what you're doing in life. Understanding what life is. It's not a trend. You get my point? It's not, oh, I'm getting dreadlocks. So forth, and you get it? It's a real structure. When my grandmother passed, I shaved my head. You understand? Like that. Otherwise, I still have the style Kevin Gates parading around with like it's his. If you're wondering, like, what happened to the ponytail? A death. And so we shave down. Period. You get it? Start over. And so it's a way to the life. Learn it. The way y'all moving, y'all become more and more lost. When I say lost, I mean from self. Once you lose yourself, try and grasp. You become a puppet or an extension of someone else. So kind of grasp, money band, salam, shalom. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Now, spirituality is opposite of whatever group y'all following, whatever y'all idolizing. Spirituality is opposite of that. Finding self and self-awareness or self-consciousness is opposite of all those things. Because y'all idolize, in a lie, liabilities problem that a lot of y'all have. Because y'all are in that flow. So the way life works, the lie, the joke's on y'all. I'll give y'all an example. Y'all idolize stars. Favorite rapper, favorite single, whatever, y'all idolize them. Now they're the bottom of the barrel of whatever neighborhood or group you talking about. And every rapper y'all got is a bum. A nobody in the neighborhood. DMX was a crackhead that slept on the floor. Rest in peace, DMX. This ain't no disrespect to DMX. This for kids. DMX love kids. And I ain't said a word that ain't true. And I ain't trying to disrespect DMX. I'm making a point. DMX was a bum in the street. There ain't too many rappers you gonna be able to name that wasn't a bum or a weirdo. In perspective, this is all perspective what a weirdo is, but we talking the bottom of the barrel in terms of whatever neighborhood that they come from, meaning they the most least influential, the most disturbed, or the most impoverished. And so the industry going to target those types because they the easiest to influence and they the most desperate. And so they going to dress them up and doll them up and use them as puppets to exploit the people, which is what they coming from. But when you desperate, you desperate. And so they going to promote all these companies, products, and all these things to y'all. So these companies can exploit y'all because y'all buy this shit because y'all favorite stars do. But your favorite star don't buy it. He get it for free to exploit y'all and promote it for them. Get my point? Again, they get the lowest of the low out the neighborhood. Why? Because somebody a little more higher, with a little more status or standards upon themselves, would say, no, I see what you're doing. You're trying to make me, you get it? Use my star quality to manipulate your fucking will upon people. That ain't my will. Like that. They for sale. They gonna take the money, the promotion money. They have no standard. But they coming from the bottom. Meaning if you get the star before y'all idolize them, they lower than most of y'all. Meaning financially, anything you could think of, they the last thing y'all would follow. But if I dress and doll them up, then y'all will follow them. But they dumb. So, got you. That's how it works. That's how the system get us. They get the weakest from us, doll it up, and then sick it back out on us as voice and word. We take it like, yeah, they right. They puppets. And so that's for y'all, for idolizing. Why you idolizing the thing like that? And so the same thing y'all idolize is the same thing that's against y'all. They wouldn't give a fuck about y'all. Staying away from y'all is they goal. Getting this money and never ever, you know what? And I ain't saying ain't nothing wrong with that, but it don't have to be at the expense of somebody else. These is babies. Meaning if you a rapper, don't get so mad at what I'm saying. You fucking over kids. Newborn babies. Mostly your own. This is why rappers tell their kids other shit than what they tell y'all. I'm lying? That part. It's why the gang member tell his kid something different than what he tell the other little nigga in the hood. Tell his kid, if I catch you in this gang, I'm gonna fuck you up so good. You gonna love not being in the gangs the way I beat your ass so good. But they'll recruit the other little nigga because that ain't their kid. And so until our minds get on tribal time, family time, where we start understanding, it's a deep thing. Numbers. Not being a puppet. You get my point? And so, y'all don't notice none of these simple things. Meaning y'all never thought of that before. Because y'all idolizers and liars. And so it makes for the blinders for y'all. Meaning the simplest things y'all can't see. The rapper can't even see they're turning rap into heavy metal. So much of a puppet, he just, you get it? Meaning this ain't disrespect to rappers. They on our side, they just stupid sellouts. But I don't view them as they scapegoats. They the lesser, the weaker. Yeah, y'all chains is nice and y'all clothes is nice. But before that, y'all was bums. The less in the neighborhood. I know that hurt. But that's the truth. And you know that. A nothing. And so you was used because of that. Not because you got talent. And because you let yourself go to nothing. And so even nothing is good for something. Meaning because you let yourself become a nothing, you gonna be the nothing to make all your peoples a nothing. Like that. The nothing in the family ain't gonna recruit that motherfucker and send him back to the family so he can make the whole family a nothing. They gonna idolize him and live by his ways. Damn, he got on big chains, he got on this and that. He living a la la land dream. He living a borrowed life. That's why all rappers and entertainers end up broke when it's all said and done. Broken on drugs. All worse. Dead. Meaning they use them up and then they kill them for the most part. Or put them in an environment that will make it play out perfect. It's really not that hard. It's like a play. If you set the environment perfectly, all you have to do is place people in it. What's going to happen is going to happen. You get my point? And so they set the environment for y'all to die. It's not necessarily the music industry is putting hits out on rappers. No, it's all alchemy. If you could set the environment just perfect, all you have to do is get people to step in the trap. They'll do it to their own self. Raps like that, a trap. Just set the trap up perfectly. If they step in, now rappers is sellouts, like I said. They exploit y'all, even though they know y'all love them. That part. Y'all they people, not these companies they sell out for. Y'all they people. Y'all love them and support them. The company exploit them. We only fuck with them to get access to the people. Meaning they make the rapper that y'all love, or the famous star, a voice for their own self. By bribery and shit. Now, if you a rapper, don't get too mad at me because y'all dying. And so life has a nature. Don't nothing get overlooked. And so rappers been selling out their own people damn near since rap started. And so chickens come home to roost. Meaning, y'all gonna die. Like y'all been dying more. Next year come, y'all gonna die more. Worse. It's gifts from the life. Sold out your own people. And you had your time. And I hope it was good. Because that wasn't written in the small print. You gonna die for that shit. The penalty of dishonor is always death. We ain't talking men. We talking in life. That part. And so, don't forget that shit. Meaning you a famous rapper or entertainer. You that shit. But you will die before a drug dealer. That's not by chance. A rapper will die before anybody in the daytimes. The environment that has been created. Created for them to die. Everything in life always boils down to a sacrifice, so you make sure you wise. Otherwise, you won't beat the sacrifice. One LA, I'm not sure your name. You said the adult world is molded from the world religion of public schooling. I have no clue. I'm not sure why what the things y'all say make sense to y'all. But peace and wisdom. Shalom, shalom. Like I said, y'all live field, y'all have liabilities. And all types of other problems that are associated with, liabilities. When you have a lie problem. So, scrambled mindedness, scrambled tongueness. This is so. It all goes with it. It's deep. We need way more healers than rappers on reality time. Well, y'all like what y'all do, so. It's not the rappers that y'all like, but y'all like what it appears that they have. You understand? It's not about the money. You have to remember this is a low thing. So the low gonna follow the low. Meaning most of y'all like the rappers not because of the money and things they have, but because of the stupid stuff. But the materials. You know how you know you like them for that? Because you have people more well off than them, like movie stars. They make more money than rappers. Y'all don't like movie stars more than rappers. That's why. Y'all ain't concerned with the money. Y'all concerned with the pettiness of it. That's how they're able to catch y'all eye. Then y'all have their life though. So you like rap. So you gonna get shot. You gonna do everything in the rap. Meaning those that live rap, that listen to rap, live the rap life. They all get shot out there in them streets too and go to jail. Now think about the lawyer or this person. They may wear a suit tie. They may listen to classical music. They don't have those problems in their life. Only people that listen to certain sounds do. I'm lying? The person that listen to opera music, they got that problem? Where they get shot in the street and shit? I'm just asking. No, they don't. That part. And so, dying because of that, man. You can't get around. You can't get around what's pushed out in life. Whatever's pushed out in life is there. And so, rappers exploit the people. People catch y'all and smoke y'all. And so, y'all become a plague. Idolized, you become worth stealing. Anything worth idolizing is worth to steal. Like think jewelry is beautiful and glittery, like y'all neck is worth stealing. You like that. You worth blowing the head off so that a young man can get attention for himself because he's an attention seeker. And you're the pinnacles of attention, meaning you have all the attention. You get it? They set the environment for y'all to die. Y'all play the roles like a mice in a maze. And it's because consciousness. No self-consciousness, no self-awareness. So you be like the rabbit dogs chasing the rabbit at their goddamn race. It's a deep thing. Are y'all grasping or are y'all too lost where y'all can't even grasp? I'm about to go private. And so if you're really interested in learning, you know, the deep things in life, spirituality, how to meditate, the proper way to live, all these types of things, you may want to, you know, prepare yourself to get serious. Because I'm about to stop teaching public. I believe in nature. You can't change a person's nature. Meaning you can't change nature. People got a nature. This they instincts. You can't change that. They gotta change that. Meaning they gotta become aware of their own nature and change it. Or at least become aware of it. To begin trying to change it. But nobody can change the nature. Whether it's a person's nature or just nature in itself. So y'all have a lying nature, meaning it's y'all instinct. It's y'all instinct to be disloyal, and it's y'all nature. You ask the person, man, why you threw me under the bus? We supposed to be friends. You supposed to have a reason before you throw me under the bus. Y'all won't have no reason. Y'all didn't even think about it. Because it's in your nature to just, it's your instinct like that. And so you never overlook a person's instincts because that's their nature. If you got to tell your friend, yo, why you? Don't. That's their nature. And you going to be explaining things to them for days to come so they become aware on their own that they got a fucked up nature. So, a lot of y'all are live field. Wisdom ain't for you. You're not going to never receive it. So it's a waste of time. And so those of y'all that are serious, like I said, prepare yourself. I'm going to post a link. And those that are serious about learning, you can come learn, come correct. Salam, shalom. I used to pop these HBP cold medicine pills, as retarded as that is. Would make me temporarily cognitive and conscious as if I would get answers I never got in my default state. It damages my brain though. Salam, shalom. You said you got answers. It wouldn't matter if you got answers, you're a fool. So the answers you got wasn't right because you don't sound smart. Did you consider that? Again, you said I got answers in my cognitive state. What does that matter? Was they the right answer? What was you asking? That part, nothing important. Y'all high. Y'all drunk off sounds, drunk off stupidity, lie filled. Y'all don't understand y'all state. You get it? Like that. Y'all like drug addicts that can't see their state. As mine, y'all are finished. That don't make sense when y'all speak. And so hopefully that didn't offend you and you actually see what I'm saying. So it's a deep thing trying to grasp. One brother said he prayed to Kansu something and then magically found my channel. I had to explain to him. You don't know Kansu. You heard of Kansu. Kansu is hearsay. That correlate with lie. You a fucking liar. That's why you found my channel. I don't want to hurt his feelings. He think he prayed to Kansu and that's how he found me. No, I'm the lie doctor. You a fucking liar. That's why the life directed you here and my channel popped up. You scrambled brain. You a liar. But I don't think he got that, so kind of grasps a deep thing. Knowing self only requires truth. Salam, shalom, try to grasp. If y'all have any questions, of course y'all can ask. The official conscious trapper said, peace and wisdom, chin. Was that in jail? We come back all late. I miss you guys, but you just came home, man. Because we don't even know you, baby. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm going to block you in a minute, Mel or Zazel. Strange comments. Lying is a mindset from an unnatural belief outside of self. Lying is making the truth how you want it to be. Say, I don't like that. Let me change it. Let me change this part. Why is that? Lie is for the bored. Lie is for children. They don't want to take the time out to understand things, so they say, oh, it can be this way. Eggs can be green with ham. Dr. Seuss stuff. So y'all there, y'all into belief, lie, children things. Fear-filled. If I ask you, I say, you a Muslim, Hebrew Israelite, Christian, whatever you are. It's hearsay, meaning you heard about it. However long ago that was, I wouldn't know. But you heard about it. It was passed down to you through hearsay. Only a liar can acknowledge that. You get my point? Your religion, what you follow is hearsay. Hearsay coincide with lie. Their religion can't be a lie to them. So they can't acknowledge that it's hearsay, even though that's the only truth that is. And so a liar gotta get what they choose. Choose to be a liar. You could be lied to, but not to take it and accept it after that, well, that's on you. You get my point? And so, this is where most people are. Y'all adopt things, meaning y'all adopt lie, and then y'all keep it. And so, it's a deep thing. It's deeper than religion. It's bigger than religion. When you was in the belly forming, there was no religion. And when you die, ain't gonna be one. And so that's gonna be the merit of why you gonna be in the condition you in. Because religion don't even make sense in no aspect of nothing. Y'all think it holds some merit. It don't. Y'all think y'all gonna be asked some type of question. Ain't nothing to ask. You was born by yourself, you gonna die by yourself. Anything that got to do with outside of yourself ain't gonna even come up or hold any merit. Now your religion got to do with things outside of yourself. And so you got stupid motherfuckers in life, they think they gonna get a question about their religion. But they not gonna get no question outside of they self to even have a moment to explain. No, wait, I didn't. My religion, whatever. You had a religion, that's beautiful. Now we speaking about yourself. They don't know nothing about themselves. They didn't take the time out. They found the religion, or the religion found them. Whatever, like that. Y'all individuals, and y'all gonna learn that one way or another. And so, salam, shalom, trying grass. Big U said, if y'all have any questions, ask. I'm about to depart. Peace and wisdom, arithmetic. If anyone wants to give back, do so at cash.app/$ real solace. Or paypal.me/solace solari. Or visit wiseservant.org. You can also click the link in the description. I'm raising money to get this land and resource wealth school and resort off the ground. Amin Mansa said, what does the ethers have to do with knowing self? I'm going to say it one more time, champ. Hopefully you grasp. You don't make sense when you speak. I'm not sure why you don't see that. Whoever you're following, they're stupid. I said that when you asked the prior question. You have a brain full of stupidity, meaning things that make no sense. For some reason, you don't see that. You say, what does the ethers, is ether, what does the ethers have to do with knowing self? Ether is a word for the spirit, meaning we have this thing that we call semen. And all of times in different cultures call it different things. That's the divine substance of life that everything starts from. It's the seed, the beginnings. That's the ether, because it's not like seed y'all used to. It's a different kind of seed. Living waters, the ether. Now, of course, you have semen on every level of life. It don't just stop at organism. You got solar level of life, galactal, universal, so on and so forth. Semen on every level. The point I'm making is that's the ether. What does that have to do with knowing self? I don't know what you're talking about. Talking all around the board, like you just hear things, you get my point? Like scrambled up in the brain. And so I don't teach in that way. You got to get your mind together. You know, whoever you learn from, go learn there. When you done and you realize they stupid and you're not getting nowhere, then you come here. Otherwise, I'ma disrespect you. Because you disrespectful. Why are you floating around like a retard? Everything in life boil you down to loyalty. Don't show you disloyal out in the open like you stupid with anything you engaging in life. That's common sense. Y'all can't let yourselves get that dumb. That part. Don't come here stupid. On a real level. Don't come here in poor, impoverished spirit when you feel the need to justify everything and you think I'm a baby and pat you on the ass. Don't come here with your false perspectives of what you think a wise person should be. You come here right with your ego in check. Clean some of the dirt off your mind because I'm not the janitor of your brain. Niggas fill y'all up, make y'all stupid. Y'all come here regurgitating they dumb shit. You feel dumb as fuck. It's like I said, you a puppet. You somebody else's mouth. You look stupid for them. And so get all of that together for you come here. I ain't in the insulting nobody game. And a damn sure ain't into talking the retards game. You get my point? Because that's the only place that that could go. And so I suppose you wrong. I've said it more than enough times. Stop whoring y'all mind around, taking in any dumb thing y'all hear. That part. Try and grasp. Wisdom sacred. It ain't no stupid shit. It's not a fashion trend. Stop keeping it. Stop treating it in that way. When y'all respect wisdom, I'll respect y'all. It won't happen before, then you don't have to worry about it. 52 and shit stay up the park. So if you want to get beat up, I don't mind that either. Salam, shalom. Peace and wisdom from Memphis. The ego building the self will steer itself off a cliff. Salam, shalom. I'm gonna tell you the same way, brother. I asked you to. Try to make sense when you speak. I'm not sure why y'all make sense to yourselves. But become self-aware. Makes sense. I'm not the janitor of mind spaces. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Some good ones, maybe. No one needs to get discouraged. Y'all get to see how scrambled y'all brains is and how much y'all don't make sense. I suppose y'all make sense when I'm not present. You get it? I suppose when I die, well, everyone will challenge me. But you just make sure you say, well, you niggas didn't say that when he was here. So, someone said Eligio wanted to debate me. Eligio can get a debate anytime you want. Show up like an adult and not a little stupid kid. Eligio's an ex-student. His students know that. He a fan no different than y'all, but y'all like to live unauthentic lives. No problem. Student want to challenge master. Okay. Show up as an adult. Don't be giggling and acting all goofy. Get your ass busting 35 seconds or whatever. I ain't all Instagram and computer savvy like y'all. You know y'all geeks. Send me the link. It's that simple. I'll be reaching out for people. You don't have to reach out for nobody. If they want to debate, most of these people already got my number. Most of these people already got their ass busted in a debate behind closed doors. Me and all these people been around. That part. And so, most of these people already reneged in debates. And so, y'all got to just get off it. I'm the wise one. I'm not concerned with my worth ain't in dusting niggas off. These niggas is dusty. That's just how I feel. I don't mean no offense to nobody. Like I said, y'all live unauthentically. Y'all convince yourselves y'all more than y'all are, and that's fine. Y'all know I like ego. I'm not being sarcastic. Ego fine to me, I don't mind it. But I still keep my mind on reality. Now, like I said, y'all lessers to me. Y'all not really wise people. Y'all attention seekers. I'd rather debate people that's really wise. Wear suits and things like that, carry themselves a certain way. We gonna get straight down to business. Whoever have the better scholarship or the better wisdom, so all is done for the glory of the wisdom. So everything be on track. You get my point? If I debate a wise man and his wisdom is more skilled than mine or is better, ain't my job to argue with him about it. You get it? A debate is with adults. When you're dealing with wise minds in debates, egos ain't allowed. It's about the knowledge. Two people serving the wisdom. Whoever's more wise, whoever's more better. So this is good for the whole of the wisdom. It's not about an opposing thing. This ain't boxing and this ain't no video game where we compete. It's two wise men on the same side, that side being wisdom. A perspective probably ain't gonna be too far separate. It's just a matter of getting the kinks together. And so the debate is more along those lines. Two men on the same level of wisdom trying to work out the kinks and the wrinkles. If you wise, you grasp what I'm saying. It's not about two people with completely different views. Are somebody really wise and mingling it up with somebody that really ain't, just for the purpose of being seen? You get my point? I'm not trying to I don't want a Lichio. You get my point? Followers. I want an upscale crowd, a more adult crowd. Y'all kind of reach for the kids. You get my point? And so who I talk to is important in regards to that, because I'm grown. Y'all people, like, you get my point? Like I said, I don't want to attract none of his people. It took me quite a while to remove y'all junk. You get my point? I mean, most people that follow me, they find me from other people. I don't want all these people, just the ones of certain kind of standard. And so it's a deep thing. Like I said, Alicia or anybody could get a debate, but come with the right mindset. I'm not really here to play with y'all. You're goofy to me. And I don't mean no offense by that. That's just the truth and how I feel about it. Y'all young-minded. But so that's life. I'm older than y'all anyway, so it shouldn't even be no offense taken. Y'all young to me. No big deal. I started young, like. I started living life young, so I'm kind of older than my own years, but I don't want to annoy myself, you get it? To put on a show for y'all. Unless we going to do this in person and people going to come out. Other than that, talking on Instagram, I ain't clown shit. Like I said, if it ain't got nothing to do with my business, what does it matter? Y'all all know Alicia nowhere on my level. I can't see nobody in a right mind saying it publicly. Like, Alicia, that'll be embarrassing. You get my point? And that ain't no insult. I just can't possibly see where somebody would really think that. Unless you're just a desperate woman that's infatuated with Alicia. Because other than that, I can't fucking possibly fathom. Like I said, wisdom is a cleansing. Y'all don't cleanse y'all old ways away. You get it? So if a man is a stripper and a woman manipulator, he gonna carry that over in his ways and wisdom. And you gonna see it in his, you're gonna always see a man old ways and his new ways. If you do like I said y'all do, where y'all just start y'all spirituality on top of y'all old self. Like, ain't no stripping down. Y'all just become whatever y'all want to come, right on top of the old self. Not cleaning away, the ways that's not good of the old self. So I refer y'all find like, try to get like, what's this guy name? Rupert Spira. Y'all go find Rupert Spira. I'll debate Rupert Spira, or me and Rupert Spira can have a discussion on consciousness. I don't mind speaking to people like that, where I know it's not going to be some goofy, stupid thing. I don't got time for that. Y'all be bringing that dumb shit here to me, and I just don't shy away from it. You get my point? I come from the same environment y'all do, so I know how to do all that stupid project retard shit, but I'm past that. That ain't what I'm pulling for. Stop coming here with that. You come here as an adult, get the whatever. I'll debate, like I said, if they wear a suit, briefcase or something, it ain't necessarily got to be that, but if they carry themselves like an adult, good to go. Christy said private sessions give you flowers for apologies. Just want to make sure when I get back to you I have the dedicated time for it. So again, forgive me. No problem, that's real. I respect that. Adam said respect. Without love, wisdom is false wisdom. The young need love as truth. Salam, shalom, champ. Y'all have to get off that fake time stuff. You get it? I'm grown. All the tricks and mental games y'all have, I'm past that. Stop exploiting the youth. Stop exploiting love. I don't want to hear it. I don't have to teach nobody in love and wisdom and none of that. Wisdom don't got nothing to do with what you lack in emotionally. The youth, the youth parents neglect them, so they need love. This has nothing to do with wisdom. I'm not sure why y'all don't get these things. I'm not saying the youth getting love is not an important thing, but I'm saying stop exploiting the youth being neglected of love to try to look wise and shit. You get my point? Y'all out here blowing each other head off and shit. Don't nobody want to hear that at this point. I'm real. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear no black person talking about black love and shit at this moment. Miss me with it. Get real first, then talk to me about that. Don't exploit love because y'all are haters of each other, which is the worst kind of hater to be. So I don't want to hear love coming from y'all mouth. Stop exploiting shit so you can get attention. That's everybody. I don't want to hear it. That's the only reason y'all do these things. You get it? That's the only reason you said that. Respect. Without love, wisdom is false, and miss me with all that. You don't have wisdom. You wouldn't know what wisdom is. Strip down, like I said. Get yourselves together. I'm not here to compete with y'all. Y'all not on my level. If you want to learn, cool. If y'all want to draw out of me what's within y'all, that's not helping y'all. Meaning y'all come out disgruntled and desperate to act like y'all could challenge. You don't want to draw that out of me because you ain't going to be able to. I'm already wise, you not. It don't make no sense. Decide if you a student or you already a teacher, and then like that. None of y'all can school me in anything. I'm not sure if y'all realize that. Y'all can try. I don't mind. But y'all do. Meaning y'all get disturbed after y'all look stupid. But y'all haven't cleaned yourselves away of y'all diabetes problem. So it's going to keep happening. Meaning y'all going to keep speaking, not making sense. That's not going to stop. Y'all only speak around one another so y'all make sense to one another. But when y'all come around with real wisdom, then it get all scrambled. Like that. Take wisdom serious. The student is his own teacher. Salam, salam. With philosophy like that, you're going to be dumb a long time. And that's the best thing I can tell you. A student is a student. A teacher is a teacher. How can a student teach themselves if they don't know anything yet? Don't say the student know. How? How did the student skip over learning and become the teacher to teach himself? Now this is all common sense. Meaning you strive so hard to sound deep, you sound dumber than what dumb is. Like you have no common sense. Again, how can a student skip over learning, become a teacher, and teach his own self? I suppose that's the only person you're going to be able to teach, because ain't nobody else trying to hear that shit. But I'm just asking. Try to grasp. Everything one learns, he has to go teach himself. Shalom, shalom, indeed. I don't want to argue with you. No doubt. Teach yourself, champ, and you're good to go. You don't even need to be here. You're already straight. A lot of y'all get lost when I say you don't be a follower. Y'all get being a follower and having a leader mixed up. You having a leader ain't got nothing to do with you being a follower. There's always gonna be a leader. But that don't got nothing to do with if you a fucking follower. Like that. Some of y'all get what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah. There's always a head and a leader. But that don't got nothing to do with if you a bozo asshole, head up the ass widow. Like that. There's a head, there's arms, there's legs. There's a whole system. But that don't got nothing to do with the weak, stupid link on the chain that got their head up people ass to where they ain't got no worth to be the length they need to be. Like that. Y'all get lost, think I'll say like, oh, you a follower. Don't be a part of all. You get it? I'm telling y'all are a part of shit where y'all got to come to these awarenesses on your own. But just try to grasp. There's always a leader. There's always a higher than self. There's always something greater than self to learn from. This don't got nothing to do with everything in life. I'm talking individuality, one-on-one things. So try to grasp. You sharpen your sword against the sharpest knife. You don't sharpen your sword against every piece of shit you see. Right? Treat the mind the same way. It really ain't that hard. Y'all too desperate, like. Some of y'all whole goal in life is just to show, like, I could show why the Silas could be wrong on something. No, he not the wisest. I don't say I'm the wisest because I care. I say I'm the wisest because I am. And if you want to get really wise, I'm saving you a trip of flip-flopping around to all the fake wise people. That's the only reason why I said it. If you disagree, like I said, I got 10,000. I don't like doing things for nothing because I'm grown. Kids play and have fun and adults work. Their work is fun. This is those who blossom into real adults. They learn how to find a work that they love. It becomes their fun. Then you have those that's kids, so they work and then they have playtime. Adults have it all in one. Their work is their playtime, and this is where greatness comes from. I'm the great Usia. Big egos. Learn what ego is. Then when you do, big egos. Make sure you tell them like that too. You ain't gotta say it loud because the ego's big. When your ego big and you big ego, talk like this. They gonna hear you. See how y'all can hear me? Big Sadie. It's a deep thing. Try to grasp. Wisdom doesn't require a statement. I'm gonna let you go in a minute, champ. You gotta stop commenting like you wise. Like I said, I don't got time for that. If you wise for real, cool. If you part of the new fake thing where you think wisdom is some fashion statement, some rambling on and on. Once you said what you said first, and I show you ain't making no sense, you don't continue on. You show that you have a brain to stop. You don't show that you only have a brain to hear yourself. You get my point? I read your comment, so you know I heard you before I replied. You not listening back. You just talking. Which is a problem a lot of y'all have. I'll say it again. I read your comment out loud so you fully know I heard you. This is why y'all always look stupid when y'all talk to me. Because only I'm listening. You not. You just talking to yourself. This is how y'all do. Y'all talk to yourselves with other stuff. Y'all overtalk them and y'all don't really hear nothing. Except your own self. In your mind, you already made your point because your point is already right to you. When y'all talking to people, y'all trying to make y'all point. That means your point is already right to you. And so they wasting their time talking to you truly. But they will because they don't know. Like that. You see how deep that wisdom is? How simple it is too? You see how it ain't really no effort? It's kicking back. I could be typing right now, break this shit down. Mind clear. Simple. Like that. Get there. Where you could just break it down so fast and easy. Deep level things. That was a deep level lesson I just gave you. Simple. Like that. You get your mind clear. Stop talking to stupid people. That's the first start. And scramble up your mind. You listen to too much music with words in it, scramble up your mind. Find something like this to listen to and mellow yourself down to something. Why? Well, y'all see how unpeaceful y'all are. Shalom, Adam. Hopefully that was your last comment, brother. I already asked you, to be done with it. Peace and wisdom. South Central Native. Shalom. A lot of y'all think wisdom is an argument. I said what I said. You ain't got to carry on, champ. They try to overforce their point. You don't have a point. You don't have wisdom yet to have one. But when you get some, then you'll grasp wisdom ain't an argument. That's a waste of time. That's poverty. How you go from wisdom in a discussion to a forcing of an opinion, and one thing you said from the next thing don't even coincide. You get my point? Meaning your conversation don't even coincide with the last thing you said. So you kind of all over the place. You have to become aware of these things before you become aware that I'm wise and you want to challenge me. You have to be aware of self. Can you first? It's just a thought. Meaning I have ego. Big ego. Big egos. I built it up real good. It's stable. Try to knock my ego over. It's good, solid ego. See, the ego gonna be raised up, and it's gonna be knocked down. And if a person got a certain merit about themselves, they gonna raise their ego up again. It's gonna get knocked down again. They're gonna keep suffering ego death. But when they finally get the mind and the spirit together, and they raise the ego up, that part, it's gonna be stuck. Can't move it. Good ego. Meaning ain't nothing wrong with my ego. Y'all just mad because y'all can't move it. I'm divine. You can't fuck with my mind, and you mad because you can't. Outside of that, I ain't belittling nobody. I don't treat y'all like y'all less than me and not worth speaking to. Whether you a fucking fool that come on here acting dumb, or you come on here wise. I discourse with the fools, I discourse with the wise. That part. But my ego, what it is, perfection. Meaning I'm confident and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Outside of that, I use my powers and I work. I try to make y'all where I'm at. That's it. That's good ego. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And so a lot of y'all need to learn that. You're trying to raise up the wrong ego. Find self, find the perfection of self, work on perfecting self. It's not an overnight thing, it's your whole life, but you nibble away at the pieces and pieces over time. You dig? Then you have a reason to have an ego. When I say ego, it probably ain't even what most of y'all think of an ego. Ego's what makes y'all wake up. Ego's what makes y'all want to go forward. Ego's the motivation. The ego going spoiled is when the motivation become hate of another because they doing shit you ain't. Like that. You build the ego up and keep it on the right track. You build the ego up, it start curving going the wrong way. You become a hater and all kind of dumb shit. You become ego-filled for nothing. Like that. You want to have a high ego to where all the motherfucker could say is, you got an ego. Why? What did I do to you? That part, they have no answer. You just have an ego. That means you're good. You're solid. Everybody in life is trying to control everybody. So you get my point? Now don't get lost. You gotta have flex in life. Meaning, whatever truth you stand on, it should be flexible. Otherwise, you're stiff, and that's breakable. So you want to be flexible in mind, but you want to be solid, if that makes sense. You get my point? Compromise with what's just. Like I said, I don't deal with what ain't just. So you can always sway or bend. Be flexible with your ways when you're dealing with the honorable, if you are honorable too. You get my point? Your stiffness is for the opposite side, so they don't come in. Everything is like cancer, or everything is contagious. I'm not having control of yourself. You try to inflict that loss to others. Salam, shalom. There's no one here that I invited. There's no face. There's no one here that's my child. You have a mental problem. So whatever I break down, you personify it on yourself. You forget I don't even know you and I wouldn't want to. I'd pay you to get lost, but you're not around. The point I'm making is when you make accusations like you doing this and you doing that, which is what a lot of y'all do, I ain't doing nothing because I'm not talking to you. You just hurt, hate filled. You probably been abused your whole life with whatever I've said. And so now you think I'm talking to you and we got beef now. But in our reality, I wouldn't talk to you. I'd probably look at you like a little kid. Half y'all like in y'all 20s. You a baby. I wouldn't even talk to you. I tell you, get your ego together and watch your fucking mouth. And I'm not sure who your parents is, but I'll call your daddy up for not taking the time out to let you know the difference between yourself and a grown up. And so stop carrying on, champ, just because we online. Start there. Learn respect from a distance. That way, in physical life and in person, you have it down pat. So save you from losing your teeth and getting your eye fat and blackened. Just a thought. Turn your lock. That means when your jaw get broke, you don't want nobody to break in your lock. And you have to go get your lock fixed. And so kind of grasp. It's a deep thing, man. Learn respect from a distance so you be a master at it up close. Because I'm old school. Keep everything respectful. Simple. Space. Respect people's space. Keep everything simple. I like to keep my tone, cool. That way when I pop off on you, like, don't nobody need to say nothing to me. When I say shut the fuck up, you wasn't talking for this nigga while he sleep now. You wasn't talking for him when he was being disrespectful, so you better shut up talking to me. If I knocked him out, he's supposed to be knocked out. Like that. Make sure you good, so whatever you do, nobody don't need to question it. If the nigga sleep, I'm wild solace. I stayed to myself, so must have came over here. Because I don't seek out nobody. Respect is everything. Obey your thirst. Salam, shalom. Peace and wisdom, moody bags. My man Silas be back flipping. I remember when I could do that. Yeah, I think I'm a kid, man. I'm just displaced little shit to y'all. Get real. Some of y'all dumb. Backflip don't work in real fight. I didn't say to use a backflip in real fight. You're just stupid. So, you don't have to challenge me in words in regards to fighting. Meaning if you a 52 fighter or something, you don't have to challenge me in words. Commenting all day. Talking about this wrong, that's wrong. Pull up. In regards to fighting, I don't do no talking, so you ain't never gonna get that out of me. All real fighters gonna always be like that. In regards to fighting, miss me with the talk. Whoever you following that's teaching you how to fight, make sure they like that. You don't gotta tell me nothing. Pull up. We'll see what's what. If you're 52 better than mine, just pull on up. That's that. Email me, I'll pull up. I mean that. We don't gotta play games. I don't you get it. I'm not here for fucking attention. I'm not here to be overly talking. It's a waste of time. When you get a certain age, you don't feel like talking a lot. You like to get to the point. Said violence is the last state of denying the lesson at hand. Shalom, shalom. Like I said before, you don't make no sense. I'm gonna give you one more chance because I asked you nicely to, stop commenting and becoming a disturbance. Violence and peace don't exist. Start there. Now, for all of y'all that run around pretending you're so peaceful and you think wisdom is peace, when somebody that ain't peaceful press they self upon your peaceful ass, who gonna save you? Who amongst the peaceful goofies that convince themselves wisdom is meek and humbleness and being a pussy, who gonna save you? Nobody. That part. Whoever told y'all wisdom was some delicate fake thing, they lied to you. Wisdom's the pinnacle of strength. You see a man wise, that part. I don't give a fuck if the nigga 3 feet. He gonna be strong, like in his way. You're not gonna be able to force yourself upon him because wisdom is freedom of mind. That part. Get the fuck out of here. Stop trying to pump me being weak because y'all scared and weak. Ain't none of y'all in danger. Y'all came over here, bozo brain. Y'all be coming here trying to manipulate me because you scared. You just scary, like. You ain't in no danger. You just getting told real shit. If you scared of real fucking words, then you slide. Outside of that, get real. Wisdom is real and true. These things don't care about like looks and politically corrects. They ain't concerned with that. They gifts in they self. Why do they need to? A good gift don't need to be wrapped. Who cares? That part. Now, did I mention I'm Big Usil? Yeah, that's me. Salam, shalom.